right, you're listening to the Table 12 podcast. Danny Barr, Paul Marino, Rob Klein on the board, gentlemen.
How are we doing?
Good afternoon.
Dan, you sound pretty good so far.
Not bad.
First day talking in 7 days.
Your
And,
wife must have been like she was on vacation.
You know, frankly, she looked a little bored.
I don't believe
I'm
it.
going to admit. She didn't laugh as much. I'm going to say that. There was a lot less laughter in the house with me not talking.
I'm sure. You're a pretty funny guy. And if you can't get her to laugh,
You know, she's one of the people in my life that doesn't think I'm funny at all.
Well,
I was
there's
trying
other
to be
people
nice.
in your
I
life
just
that
thought-
don't think you're
40
funny.
years, and she still doesn't know when I'm joking.
I have trouble figuring it out.
Well,
too.
yeah, but you have no sense of humor. I like to,
I
at
have a
least,
good sense of humor.
I like to, I'm a funny guy. Funny like a clown?
I haven't figured it out yet.
Danny's humor?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I tell you, I saw him open up a couple of comedy shows that I ran, that we both ran. Good thing I said that. He'd have been all over me for not giving him credit. He was there. He ran it too.
I was the only one sweeping.
No, but
That's all right. Don't worry about
you
it.
started
Because
out-
you were delivering flowers. I had to go set up the pavilion.
Okay.
So you better give me some credit.
So anyway, I was trying to give him a compliment, Rob, but he didn't let me do it.
No.
He did a good job opening up for the opening act. Like he introduced the what do you call the opener, which was Rich
I opened
Carucci.
for the opener.
Yeah, he did it a couple times. He did a couple of good jobs on the golf outings. So he's all right, but he gets a little pressure. They took him off a couple of the main when he was going big time, when he was trying to get up the ladder into stand up. Every time I went to go, they canceled the show. So I don't know. I can't.
Well, that was one time.
Well, no, there was the one at the cottage. Peter told me right away he's out.
Yeah, well, I got fired.
You got fired.
I got,
You got fired from the golf outing.
I got fired from the golf outing multiple times.
And then I was driving to Riverdale. He said there was another one, Rob. And then halfway there, he said it's canceled because it's raining. I don't know. I don't know why he's playing a gig outside where there's no
Because
roof on
it was during COVID.
So you're outside and there's no roof on that. There's no pavilion.
It wasn't a venue. It was a cigar shop that was doing comedy nights outside on their lawn right in Riverdale, and it was a massive thunderstorm that night.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to do it outside in a thunderstorm.
There was no place they could with a roof on it.
No, the cigars. The whole point for the comedy night was so the cigar store could sell cigars.
Did you have one of them wooden Indians standing out in front of the cigar shop?
I didn't have anything. It wasn't my shop.
And then there was the other one.
And that's racist.
Well, no, it's not. That's a
Cigar store Indians are racist.
No, why are they racist?
No, that's a statue.
Look it up.
It's a statue.
Look it up.
Don't start that with me. That's a statue. They're at cigar stores a lot of times.
You're going to get us canceled.
Oh, come on. Yeah, so then the third time was when we rented the van, and then
you never rented.
And then
a van.
Artie lost the
such a bullshit story.
Artie lost the deposit.
Rob,
which we
they've
never
been
got
telling
back.
this bullshit story for years,
I haven't heard this story yet.
and it keeps changing.
Well, I want to hear it now.
First, they rented the van for the Riverdale show.
No, it was never
Then
the
they
Riverdale
rented a
show.
van for a Milford.
He was going to
show.
be playing in Milford, PA, and the guy said, "Let's get a van. We'll all go out together. Everybody."
I never invited him.
And they all had. Artie took the initiative of getting the deposit on the van. It was one of those luxury vans, and
The story gets better every time.
and after a while, we're waiting to see is this thing going on? And he said it was canceled. So not only did we not get the deposit back, Danny wouldn't reimburse Artie for the deposit.
Why would
So
I do that?
I thought it was a little. You
Why?
invited us all out there.
I did not invite. I invited nobody. I invited nobody.
That's not how everybody perceives it, Dan. I mean,
I'm sure you're all going to perceive it in a way that puts me in the worst light. I understand that.
Look,
see, Rob, we're at the point at the actual table 12 when I time how long it is before either Paul or Artie brings this up.
Well,
it's usually about 15 minutes.
I'm there quite a bit, and I've never heard this one.
See, there you go. See, it's not like we talk about it all the time, but when we were talking comedy here, we had to bring that up. But
Yeah, God forbid we
again,
leave him
going
out of
back
that.
to the original.
But it never happened.
The original compliment
completely
was
made up.
he did a good job on the golf outing, so he got fired from that.
Wait a minute. It never happened?
No,
Well, he says it never happened.
it
but-
never happened.
Well, it never happened because we never got on the bus to go to the show.
Show
show
me
was
the
canceled.
receipt.
Oh, he has it somewhere, but since he moved out of his
All right.
current location,
Oh,
he might not have.
Wow,
He has to
isn't that
backtrack
convenient?
Well, I don't know if he brought all that stuff to Crowley's house, but
How did we go from a van to a bus?
well, it was,
The story gets better every
no,
time.
it was one of those.
Every time he tells it. If you hang in long enough, two things are going to happen. It's going to be a luxury bus, and you're probably going to need to shave again.
You know that the buses that you see when they go out at like it's either the Jersey Shore or the Housewives or them. They get on. They don't drink and drive. They get on the bus.
Of course.
You know, which is the right thing to do. So we rented the bus.
But it was a van.
Well, it was. I call it a bus, but it was one of those.
Why do you call it a bus?
It was a bus. It was one of those.
It's a van.
Uber vans.
He's talking about a shuttle.
Look, I didn't
like
physically
a
look
short
at it. I
bus.
only saw it on the internet. That would have looked like. I don't remember if that was the exact one, but that's what Artie had said. Because it had a bathroom on it for the ride and everything. And
Did anybody ever get the ride on this bus?
no, because he canceled the show.
Nobody's seen it.
They canceled it. And Artie had some pictures on his phone, but he said it got deleted or something. I don't know what happened with that.
Man, it's crazy.
I'm kind of with Dan on that. That's a little too convenient.
Well,
The next thing they're going to tell you,
You know,
is
Rob,
that the driver was Lee Harvey Oswald and he never showed up.
let me just tell you this, Rob. If you got beat out of the money, you'd be not too happy either. You know, we were out of some cash here. And,
How much were you out?
How
well, it was at least $50, I think, for the deposit each. You know, because we had to go back and forth. It was a two-way trip. It was a round trip to get there. You know, so I don't remember. Artie has all the numbers. I don't want to say the wrong numbers.
Now, we're going to give him a call then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Have him back in. He'll tell you. Because Marge was ticked off on him that he spent that kind of money on the bus. And I don't think she was involved.
$50. Yeah.
Well, that's
Wow.
just a deposit. We would have had a.
That's your Thursday night bar tab at the cottage.
That's just a deposit. We would, the day of, we got to come up with the tip money and the rest of the trip.
But you didn't have to do that.
No, but we lost the deposit.
So let's complain about something you didn't have to do.
Well, we lost the deposit. That's the point.
$50.
Each guy lost it.
Okay.
No, it's not easy. You know, we had to write that off of my taxes that year for lost revenue. So
Okay.
anyway,
So now it's up to a write-off, Rob. Now, there's part of the story I hadn't heard before. There was actually a tax write-off.
well, it's a donation. I couldn't get the money back. So anyway, what's going on with your week this week?
Well, I
He didn't talk.
didn't talk.
Well, I meant you got some things in the works. I know Rob was at a wedding this weekend. I saw all the pictures.
Rob, it was another Table 12 event that I wasn't invited
Neither
to.
was I.
Yeah,
You
how does
weren't
it feel?
allowed to come
Paul,
because you
how's
can't
it-
talk.
Well, I didn't.
How
know,
does it feel?
Well-
How does it feel, Paul?
I didn't know the people that well.
But how does it feel not to be invited?
I didn't know the people that well. I knew who they were, but I wasn't. These guys were more friendly. I wasn't insulted by that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's fine. You know, it looks like they had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
You know, so now
I haven't seen Jack in a long time, but I remember him as a great
I remember
guy.
them. They seem like nice people. I didn't get invited because I guess I'm not. You know, I don't know them as well.
I don't know. Steve Allen got invited and you didn't. I don't know
Some
what's
people
up
got
with that.
Well, Steve's a celebrity. I'm a hack. You know.
I thought you were a celebrity
podcaster.
now.
Well, not really. No, we're not on a professional level yet. We're striving for that. Right, Dan?
Sure.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm used to it. It's just another Table 12 event. I'm not included in it.
Well, I
It's
wasn't there,
fine.
so now you feel better. I wasn't there.
No, it doesn't make me. I don't feel better when you don't feel better.
Oh.
Okay. Unlike you, I don't wallow in other people's unhappiness.
How do I do that?
Or are you just naturally unhappy all the time?
Why do you always
I
say
just
that?
always
I'm a
feel
pretty
like
happy guy.
I always feel like
I'm always in a good mood.
I give you the benefit of the
Not
doubt.
always.
I got a lot on my. Look, at the Knicks. I'm all hyped up with the Knicks. I got to take a trip to New Hampshire this weekend. That's all. I got to go for the day up there.
Oh, that's far.
Well, it's 4.5. The
That's
last
far
trip
for
was
you.
Well, I'll stay by Angelo's. It's Angelo's daughter's graduation. But here's the thing, Dan.
Don't get into the next year. We're not ready for that.
No. Last time my wife says to me, because they do this once in a while, if you don't want to go, you don't have to go because I can ride with Donna. Now Donna's going. But last time I talked to Donna, she's had the dog and he has a dog. So basically what they're saying, they're going to go. But because I don't want the dog in my car, there's room for Paula in the car with the dog. So I'm out, basically, unless I want to. And this happened another time. That the dog, if the dog wants to go or if she wants the dog to go, then I'm the fifth wheel.
Sounds like you should take the hint.
Well, yeah, they're not clamoring for me to be there.
Because I got to tell you, 5 hours in a car with you,
Or with a dog.
They can't. I can't ride with the dog. The dog can't ride with me.
My record distance in a car with you is 3.5 hours.
Yeah, that was no problem. You slept most of the time, on the way back at least.
On the way back, yeah. Well, I was extremely hungover.
Anyway, so that's the thing I've got. I got too much. I had to go to ShopRite today. A lot of stuff going on. You know, it's just not easy.
The last time I went to ShopRite was probably 7 years ago.
Really?
I went on, it was Christmas Eve.
You haven't eaten since then?
No, well, no, we have Weiss.
Oh.
So I said the last time I've been to ShopRite.
Oh.
And it's because I went on Christmas Eve for some last minute items for dinner.
Don't you help your wife
Right?
shopping?
Well, no.
I always help my wife shopping every week.
I am no
Every
help.
2 weeks.
I am no help to her. in
Let
the
me
grocery
guess.
store.
You went and they didn't have what you wanted.
No, here's the thing. It was a madhouse. People were so rude. People standing with their carts at the beginning of an aisle talking on their cell phones or browsing products on their cell phones. Not a care in the world that they're blocking someone from getting down the aisle. You know, it was really just a manic, stressful experience.
Just
And-
like watching TV
and-
with the guy with the different shirts. That's the same thing with the basketball.
And when I got
Stressful.
home, I just simply said, last time I'm going to ShopRite. I'll go to Weiss. I like Weiss. Well, it's cheaper at ShopRite. I don't care. I've reached a point in my life where
Wow.
it's a quality of life issue. And my quality of life food shopping is better at Weiss than it is ShopRite.
Well, when I go
Maybe you should try the new ShopRite in Sussex.
when I go during the week, it's not a problem. And I was out of there in an hour.
If I'm with her, I wait in the parking lot. I sit in the car and read.
Not really being a team player there, Dan. I don't know.
You should sit in a car and listen to Table 12.
That's it.
I do
Yeah.
that. I do that on the way to work.
Hmm.
But honestly, I mean, it's no fun for her if I'm with her in a grocery store. I hate grocery stores.
I don't like it either. I just
It's-
don't. I don't think I don't want to let her do it by herself. I always try to pitch in. So
Well, it makes you feel
that's-
needed.
So when you tell me I'm miserable and that, don't
no,
categorize
I
me as-
acknowledge my miserableness.
Oh, you do?
I acknowledge it, and I
You
take
talk
steps.
to anybody.
I take steps to not bring it onto other people.
You talk to anybody, they're going to discount what you're saying about me. You can pick up anybody. They'll tell you. When I walk in the door, it lights up. The place lights up when I walk in the room.
What color's the sky in your world? Because I don't know anybody that would agree with that.
Hey, Rob, is there anything going on in your coming up in your?
I'm not
Weekend?
sure I agree with that.
I think I do. I think I command. I command it. You know, I'm friendly.
See, maybe
I'm-
that's the
I'm-
problem.
I
You
laugh.
command it.
No, I mean I laugh. I make people laugh.
You make people laugh?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're laughing at you. You realize that, right? They're not laughing with you.
So anyway, what do you think of
Because
those Knicks?
I'm usually with them.
What do you think of the Knicks?
I went to
Danny?
the county 250th celebration at the fairgrounds yesterday.
Oh, okay.
All right.
It was a beautiful day. Listened to a lecture, and saw a couple of people I know.
Nice.
That was something.
How did you communicate with them?
I whispered.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, do we cover everything before we get to the Knicks, or I don't want to interrupt anybody?
What else? What else is it?
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Very exciting stuff.
So
And it's a good thing we have a podcast.
the Knicks are on a roll, and I hope they can keep it going tonight because, Dan, the last two games were tough games on the road that they pulled out. First one, they won 105-95.
The first one, they maintained an 8 to 10 point lead
The
throughout the second half.
Yep. The second game
The
was
second
tough.
game was pretty rough.
But let me tell you something. I haven't seen officiating that bad in a game against one team. I can't tell you when.
Would that
It was
one team be the
absolute-
Knicks?
Yes. It was absolutely
The
horrendous.
calls on, was it Towns they were calling
Yeah,
on?
he even touched the guy that called
Right.
ticky-tack,
And
Brunson
they
was
were
walling.
mugging
Yes.
Brunson.
Yep.
Mugging him.
mugging him.
And he takes a lot of attention. Now listen, I will always acquiesce to you when it comes to basketball. I'm a novice. This is the first time I've ever really watched it. But it seems like even though he's not being double teamed, the guy on San Antonio with the strange name.
Wembanyama,
No, he's the center.
Castle.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
He's doing a great job guarding Brunson.
Well, they're double teaming him from
But-
free court to court, but they're
but
pushing
he's-
him all around. I mean, physically pushing him.
They're very physical with him, but he's taking a lot of attention away from his other teammates, which opens them up.
Yeah,
Well,
Well-
but Towns
he's playing
in
good.
the first half, they were calling everything on him. Once he got the 4 fouls, they kind of backed off.
But there was fouls that weren't called on the Knicks. I mean, it was a bad game. When you have a bad game like that from the officials that are not, in my opinion, I'd be fair about it. It wasn't both ways. It was just mostly against the Knicks.
But can I ask you something?
Yeah.
One thing Brunson does do is, and you might disagree with this, but in my unlearned opinion, he seems to fall to the floor pretty
Absolutely
easily.
not. He's getting
So-
shoved over.
But here's the thing. Why is it you're allowed on defense to just stop when you know the guy's coming towards you with momentum and the foul's on him? Because they
Fouls
knock
on
into
who?
when they knock into somebody. So a defender can just stand there, just stop, right? And the guy with the ball comes forward and bangs into him. That's an offensive foul.
As long as he's not moving, the defensive player
But
can't
why?
be moving.
Why? Yeah, but why is that even allowed? Like, it's not the guy with the ball's fault. You just stop moving. I'm moving forward. How am I supposed to know you just stopped?
Because
You're
he-
now in my way.
if he beats you to the spot, meaning you, the offensive player, he's allowed to do that. You got to.
I think it's
But if you're moving, it's if he tries to set his feet and doesn't, you got to allow the offensive player to have a step. So he's got to get around you. If the guy's standing still, he's got to go around you.
yeah. But if he bangs into the guy standing still, that's an offensive foul.
As long as he ain't moving.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Okay.
BS move.
So they won the game 105-104. They still had the last shot of the game. Brunson stole the ball, made a foul shot. He got fouled. He didn't make them both. He made one. They had the ball back with like 4 or 5 seconds to go. And Wembanyama had a good look, and he missed it. And we survived that game.
Okay, on that shot,
He flopped.
Jordan makes it.
Oh,
Jordan makes
you're
that shot.
You're talking Michael
Right.
Jordan.
Yeah, but they're talking about Wembanyama being the future of the sport.
What they're doing is trying to manufacture the next future guy.
Right.
And they're all
And-
pumping him up.
As soon as I saw that,
He's
in
not
my
ready.
head, Jordan makes that
He's
shot.
not ready for that moniker yet. See, what they're trying to do is LeBron's on his way out. He's probably going to have his farewell tour next year. They want this guy to be their face. Well, what about like Jalen Brunson? He's a key player in the league. They don't want to give you any recognition. But let's get back to the game. Things like during the game.
Sorry, I didn't mean to have a conversation with
No,
you. Please continue. Your
we-
Knicks report.
we didn't shoot well in either game, and we didn't shoot well in the second game too. Outside of Bridges and Brunson making some key shots down the stretch, we didn't really have a good offensive game, and we still won. I'm looking for this game 3 to be, and I'd be disappointed if the Knicks don't dominate this game and have a wire to wire finish. I think they're going to shoot the ball better. They're home. They haven't been home in a while. This is going to be a hostile environment that they've never played in.
I'll tell you my concern.
Yeah.
Hangover.
But they haven't acted. They haven't.
They
Like,
haven't.
they haven't celebrated the same. Oh no,
No. But they haven't had a game that close than they did Friday night.
no.
Okay, so they probably shouldn't have won that game.
Well,
I mean, San Antonio was up 14 at one point, and then the Knicks went up 11, and then San Antonio caught up. San Antonio played a pretty good game.
yeah.
But the thing is that's the closest game the Knicks have had in 14 games.
Yeah.
Okay, so now it's intense.
Yeah,
So and there's a lot of hype. There's thousands of people out in Midtown, and they're selling out the Garden at $10 to $30 a pop, so people can watch the game on the jumbotron, which I think is brilliant.
Yeah, because
It's brilliant because it all goes to charity.
I
Right.
think they keep the concession money, but
But
tickets
the
go to-
ticket
yeah.
sales all go to charity.
but they sell
But
concessions. in there.
Brilliant move because the Garden's sitting empty.
Yeah.
So, but that's how excited people are.
But most of if you watch even in the hockey, most of them do that now. It's not just
I understand that, but
which you're right.
you're selling out 12 to 14,000
Yeah.
tickets, 15,000
Yeah.
tickets, and the team's not even on the floor.
and they sold that out in like 15 minutes.
So the pressure, this is what I'm leading to. The pressure on these guys is so great right now. You've got the 73 Knicks and Ewing and all these guys traveling to San Antonio to be in the stands. All of this stuff, all this pressure. You haven't won 53 years. You haven't won a
All right, now we're going to
championship.
have a discussion.
So what I'm saying is the pressure that's on them.
Right.
They may have a hangover
All right,
game tonight.
Let me ask you something because this is a good topic.
The Jets would lose tonight. That's what I'm saying.
I think the pressure was on the Knicks to win because you had to win one game down in San Antonio. They could have easily mailed it in for game 2, but that's not the type of team they are. They
No.
because what you want to try to do is eliminate your margin for error. Going into this game, you're telling me, this is my question to you, more pressure on San Antonio or the Knicks when they're going home and they're going to be energized. This team's going into this environment that's going to be difficult.
For this game, game 3, I'm saying pressure's on the Knicks. Okay?
I can't see
Only
that, but
because first of all, the hype. Second of all, they've won 14 straight, and they're winning them by big margins. They're scoring over 100 points a game. They're a month overdue for a bad game.
true.
Okay,
But I think they had their
San
bad game.
Antonio has the pressure because they don't want to go down 3-0.
3-0.
But
I think they had their bad game and won. That's what I'm looking to go home.
they still scored
Look.
105 points.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
so if you're considering that a bad game,
Well, they didn't
then
shoot.
that's a great
They
team.
didn't shoot the ball well, Dan. So what I'm saying to you is, maybe they're due for now that they're home. They want to keep their look. You don't want to make it 2-1 after tonight. You got to keep it dominant because you don't want them to get off the mat because
And-
they're still good enough to play well.
And that's the pressure.
Well,
They need tonight because tonight, if they win tonight, it's a lock.
yeah. But
Okay, so tonight is it. Tonight, the way my mind works when I've been watching the last few weeks in basketball is, and this happened Friday night, they're tied with 30 seconds to go.
mhm.
It's a 30-second game.
Yeah.
Every other minute doesn't matter right now.
Right.
It's a 30-second game.
Yep.
So to me, the entire season has led up to the Knicks winning tonight.
I agree with that because you want to. You're taking it one game at a time, but you have to win tonight to be able to win Wednesday night. Because you don't want to go back. You don't want to go back there. You don't want to fly again.
You win it at home. You want to
You
win
want
at
to
home.
win it at home and be done.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're making my argument for me.
Well,
Everything you're saying is just
Well, I
adds
just
pressure to the Knicks.
I just think that there's more pressure on San Antonio. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying because you can look at it. You can look at it both ways. But I think that the Knicks will handle the pressure better at home than San Antonio will going into that environment they never were in.
I would love nothing more.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to tonight. I've never watched basketball in my life, and this is some of the most exciting sports I've ever watched. So, and I'm not jumping on any bandwagon here because once this is over, I'm still not a Knicks fan. I'm not a fan of any basketball team other than the Harlem Globetrotters. But this is exciting stuff.
Yeah, but you're telling me you're not rooting for the Knicks?
I am rooting for 'em.
Oh,
Of course I am.
oh, okay.
But it doesn't make me a fan. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
because you're not a diehard every night watching the games. I understand.
I still
but
don't
you-
understand the
But
game.
you could still be. It's still fine that you're in New York. You know, you're a casual fan, but yeah, you're watching the playoffs. Yeah, it's fine with that. Like I watch more games during the season than you do.
I don't
Yeah.
watch any.
Oh, well, that means I do make. I guess my point is,
Watch.
I win that one.
Do you-
Okay.
I don't know if you're getting it, but against the Sixers was the first time I ever watched a Knicks game.
Yeah. All right.
You know, I've never.
Do you watch a lot of base? I know you watch a lot of golf. Do you watch a lot of baseball?
I watch some baseball. Baseball to me is a channel surfing sport.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll switch the channel if I'm still watching the game, but I'll check something else out. You know, but
I don't know if I'm a hypocrite with this. I find baseball a little boring, and that's coming from someone who loves to watch golf. So it's kind of a weird dichotomy,
not really because your golf is your main. That's your main thing.
right?
You know, so there's nothing wrong with that.
And I always believe if you've played a sport, you'll enjoy watching it more. Like I even though I played soccer, I enjoy watching soccer, but I don't enjoy it as much as football. You know,
I hear you.
but I understand soccer, so I don't. I enjoy watching it. You know, but I have trouble with games to me that just don't mean anything. You know, and baseball 162 games, and we're not even halfway through. The games don't mean anything to
Well,
me.
they do mean something, but to your point, if you're losing, when you have 162, if you lose a game, you don't usually get upset over like a regular season game
Right.
because tomorrow you're playing again. I get that, but there are games that I get like when the last Met Yankee game when he gave up the home run. Remember we came in here, I was
Yeah,
aggravated.
that's
But
a
it's-
rivalry though.
But it's also, it's one out of. It's still about how you look at it. 1 out of 162. You know.
And and the way I look at that, since you brought it up, it's a manufactured rivalry because
Yeah, they never played.
they never played
no,
before.
until '97, I believe
Right.
they started playing.
So, like there was power to a Subway series, like that, the thought of having a Subway series and all that. But then when they started playing during the regular season, who cares? If they meet in the World
Do
Series.
you
or not.
know who won the first Met Yankee game ever played?
An actual sanctioned game or an exhibition game?
No, regular game. When they first started playing the interleague.
In 97.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the Mets.
they won.
Right.
The winning pitcher was Dave Malecki.
Dave
So-
Malecki.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a long time.
Yeah. So while we're on baseball,
Well, good luck tonight with your Knicks.
thank you.
You are a diehard Knicks fan.
Yeah. It's not easy.
I'll give it to you. I mean, I think you have more Mayor shirts than you do Knicks shirts, but because like you're wearing, you would think you'd have a Knicks shirt on today.
Well, I have a hat.
and you're still
I'm wearing a hat.
the NJCM Council of Mayors shirt.
I haven't
But-
I haven't bought a Knicks shirt in a long time, but I have a new.
The problem I have with the Knick hat is it looks like a Met hat.
Oh, that does not look like a Met
It's the same colors as the Mets.
No, not really.
No.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue about it. If you
Blue
think it
and
looks,
orange?
does it say Knicks on it or Mets?
If it says Knicks on it, obviously I'm sitting 3 feet from you. But if you were walking down the street, I would know if that was a Knicks hat or a Mets hat.
Okay, but I don't have.
But I'll sure as hell know you were mayor somewhere.
How do you figure? I don't have that many of these shirts left. I have
Well, if you
I might
weren't
have 10.
if you weren't a mayor, you wouldn't be wearing a mayor shirt. That would be stolen valor.
Yeah, because once a mayor, always a mayor. You know.
That's right.
Um,
Just ask any Marine.
Yeah. So the Yankees only played a 2-game series because it had a rain out Saturday, and the Red Sox won Friday night 5-2, and the Yankees won 6-1 yesterday. It was tie game going into the bottom of the 8th, and Bellinger hit a home run. Jazz Chisholm hit a home run. They put up a 5 spot, won the game 6-1. They're going on the road to Cleveland. They play in Cleveland tonight. Meanwhile, the Mets, they had a 6-game road trip They lost 2 out of 3 to Seattle, and they won 2 out of 3 in San Diego, and they won yesterday 7-1. And they're playing 500 ball. I don't think they're more than a 500 team. They're eight games under, maybe 7 today. I could be wrong. Could be. It's definitely at least 7, maybe 8. But they got a couple of kids that are playing well, Benj and Ewing, that they brought up. So the one thing they did well when they had their injuries, they brought up a couple of outfielders that have been playing pretty well. But they had a road trip. They were 3-3. They're not making any ground really because they're only playing 500. So
they're pretty much done.
Well, I mean, it's still
Not
a long
even the
ways to
All-Star
go, but
break.
in order to get even back to 500, they have to win like 8 in a row.
And I think that goes back to what I was just saying about 162 games, that I have trouble getting emotionally involved with a season like that. Come September, I'll start watching, because then the games mean something.
Yeah.
I can't exhaust my emotions on a team that's going to be 20 games out in August.
I agree with you.
You know? So that's why I kind of just hang back.
Before we get to golf, just a quick update. The Stanley Cup playoffs, Las Vegas Golden Knights are up 2-1 on the Hurricanes. They've had 3 one-run games and 2 double overtimes. And last night, the Golden Knights won in double overtime. So we'll keep an eye on that.
Golden Knights have a hell of a program.
They have a good team. And then John Tortorella, the ex-Ranger coach, picked up towards the end of the season. They fired their coach and they hired him. He was on the Olympic team staff in hockey. And they're on a roll, but Hurricanes are good. So it's anybody's series.
And before we get to golf, Rob, you listening?
I am.
Okay. NASCAR, big wreck.
Yes, very big wreck.
Okay, there we go.
And there's a recap on NASCAR.
That's your NASCAR report from Rob Klein.
You didn't tell me I was going to have to do that. I know it's Chase Elliott and somebody else, but
this shows.
I don't know. If you're going to lead with that, you should at least have the guys' names.
We didn't lead with it. We thought you would.
I was letting you participate, and hoping
you didn't let me know I was participating.
You got to be on the ball here,
listen.
man.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know what Paul's going to say.
Bob Bowie would have picked right up on that.
But I will say, though, it amazes me how they were able to avoid the oncoming traffic while they crossed the track.
I didn't see any of it, so I can't comment on it, really. I don't really watch that.
Rob, comment?
I think it's, you know what? Half skill, half luck, being in the right place at the right time.
But that first car that was banged up off the wall, which it kind of looked like he was tapped, and that's what drove them up into the wall.
Right.
He went from the wall to the infield with really just hardly any control of the car. But everybody he avoided every car.
Yeah, it's amazing when that happens.
You didn't watch this week, Rob?
I did, in and out. I was
you were busy
doing a couple other things.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to go to Pocono this week. So
when are you leaving? Wednesday?
Thursday.
So he'll be in Poconos. He'll be giving us a report next week on the Pocono
I'll
race.
try and pay attention next week while I'm there.
Oh, good.
So you won't be disappointed.
I hope you don't get a stiff neck. Just keep turning to the left for 6 hours. But,
And just make sure during the race you get enough nap time in.
Oh, I always nap during the race.
So you got anything else, Rob, on the race?
No.
Just said he's going this week.
Okay. The winner paid tribute. I read. I did not see it, but I don't know if you saw that.
I did see it. He paid tribute to Kyle Busch.
Yeah. And Bubba Wallace is sticking his nose in it, I guess.
Of course.
Which he shouldn't be. But he's just, helping his popularity. The memorial in Muirfield, which is in Dublin, Ohio, was this weekend. It's the last big one before the U.S. Open. It's a signature event. All the big guns are in it. And they really struggled. Of course, it was very difficult. The rough was very thick. It's Jack Nicklaus designed course. He doesn't design them easy. It's his event. It's his 50th year doing it. He's always there next to the green for the winner. It's a beautiful course. And I've been to Dublin, Ohio 4 times for work. Never been able to get there.
Is it always held
to
in the
see
same
this-
place?
Yeah, it's
It is.
So Dublin is a suburb of Columbus. Jack Nicklaus grew up in Dublin.
Oh, so that's his tournament?
It's his tournament.
Okay.
He started it 50 years ago, and he presents the winner, and it's pretty prestigious for a golfer to win this tournament, and it's one of the only tournaments that Rory's never won.
Oh, really?
And
he won?
no,
Oh.
no, JT Posner won in a third hole of a playoff. But the big guns really struggled. The biggest gun that did the best was Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood bogeyed the 17th hole to take him out of the running. There was a 4-way tie going into the last 2 holes of the round. And then it ended up a 2-way tie and then went to a third hole of a playoff. But Tommy Fleetwood bogeyed 17, which disappointed me because he's one of my favorites. Scotty Scheffler had a rough weekend. Rory had a rough, Rory did okay, not good enough. But now in 2 weeks we have the U.S. Open.
So it's not this Sunday.
No, there's a off tournament this weekend, and then they'll all be there Shinnecock in 2 weeks. But that's it. That's all I have for golf. It was a good tournament. It was fun to watch. Tough course. It kind of goes to PGA was a very tough course. Then they had Byron, I think it was the Byron Nelson, where they were like throwing darts and 130 under won the tournament. And now they're back playing tough golf again. So they had a week off, I guess you'd say. But, and current events, I was wrong last week, and I want to correct myself.
Okay, I can't wait to hear this.
I thought the UFC event was 4th of July weekend. It's not. It's June 14th.
Yeah.
So that's
Flag
what
Day.
that's what I was wrong about, Rob.
Why didn't Paul catch that?
I don't
Catch
know.
what? Catch what?
What we're just talking about?
He's
Well,
throwing, he's
thought-
throwing shade on
are
you,
you
Paul.
paying attention?
No, I am. I thought it was the same day too. Until I watched this morning, and Boomer and Gio brought it up that
It's next week.
it's not going to be on July 4th. It's next
Yeah.
week because they sent them all kinds of shirts and everything.
I still don't like that it's on the front lawn, but
It's better than if it's July 4th.
I did some research, and a lot of presidents have had sporting events on the front lawn. There was a boxing match held out there, early part of the 20th century. So, I mean, there's precedents been set.
Right.
But I just had the date. I'm glad it's not
No, I am too.
on the 4th
Now
of
that
July.
I saw it, this morning. I only found out this morning myself, so I'm glad you brought that up. I'm still watching what's going on here with the ceasefire. I don't understand what's going on. There's a ceasefire, but they're still firing missiles at each other. So I don't know where we're at with this. I think Trump is starting to. He's getting criticized, but because he never stops getting criticized. But what's the end game here? They're always going to be stalling.
I think he's losing patience. But I think what's important to him is,
Get through July 4th.
well, that's important, but I think it's important to him not to put boots on the ground. I really do believe that. People can argue this, but he really is an anti-war president.
Yeah.
He doesn't want there to be war, and he doesn't want there to be war for anybody, not just us. So, we have nothing to do with Lebanon and Israel.
No, not really.
But he's making efforts because Iran's sticking their nose. Hezbollah represents Iran and all that. He just wants there to be peace in the Middle East. That's his
goal.
That's his goal. And I can respect that. No other presidents tried to do that. None.
I agree.
Other than Anwar Sadat, Menachem Begin, that was Jimmy Carter. I I don't remember any presidents trying to keep the peace in the entire Middle East. You
Right.
know, I know we went in and helped Kuwait, but we went in, helped, and got out.
Mhm.
You know, I don't think the Iran-Afghanistan war had anything to do with keeping peace amongst the entire Middle East.
No.
And I think that's what Trump's trying to do. And he knows the instigator of all of it is Iran. So he needs to stomp on them a bit.
There was bad blood with Ukraine going back to World War II when the Germans were steamrolling through Ukraine to get to Moscow. Ukraine acted like they were liberating them from the Russians, and the Russians didn't take because when they came back through, they devastated them again. That country's being rolled on. I can't tell you.
Well, they're in the crossroads.
They are.
Right.
But I just want to bring up one other note that I didn't tell you before, unless you have something. I just got one more thing to bring up. It's kind of related to the 250th, but
Are you going to roll right to the end of the show after this, or are you going to let me say something afterwards?
Is it going to be something else about NASCAR?
No, you're off the hook there, Rob.
Okay, good, because I needed to prepare if it was.
We'll never do that again.
Yeah,
Don't
let
worry.
me know.
So, WNBA Las Vegas ace star Brianna Turner spoke out on having the 250th anniversary patch on all the uniforms in the WNBA because that's not right, commemorating that the slavery took place during that time. So she's making a big deal out of it. Okay, first thing is they're starting to make some good money now, and they got a good deal on their collective bargaining. You got to start that stuff. I mean, reparations and everything on that. I'm not pissed about the Roman Empire. My family might have been thrown to the Christians, thrown to the lions. I'm not bringing that up. I don't get any. I ain't going to get no reparations. Why are they bringing this stuff up?
Because they can.
That's just ridiculous.
It's reparations is a silly argument. It is.
But I mean,
but
it's still a 250th anniversary. Leave it alone. You got to make a big deal out of it.
It's a patch.
The patch.
But
anyway, that's all I got.
They don't want to wear the patch. Don't make them wear the patch. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a patch. You don't like it? Don't wear it.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody should be forced to wear something. And I could understand someone making an argument that could be political.
It's an anniversary of a country.
Yes, and it's the country that gave her a lot of opportunity.
That's what I'm saying.
But
she's making a lot of money, more than we make.
Yeah, but I mean, to me,
they're always dying somebody's always dying on a wall.
I felt the same way about the NFL. The NFL making everyone wear these slogans on the back of the helmet.
I think it's ridiculous.
Nobody should be made to do that. And nobody should be ostracized if they chose not to do it. So I'm fine with it.
I just wanted to bring it up and see what your reaction was. That's it.
That's good. I'm done. The rest of the stuff can wait.
Well, no, after you made a deal out of it, let's see. If I had to cut you short, you would have said something. Now, let's hear it. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Well, sit back then.
Right, Rob? You want to hear it?
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, way to build it up. Rashida Tlaib on the congressional floor. This is a really stupid thing to end the show on, but she tried to do a resolution on the floor to not support Israel. Again.
Okay.
She's tried it before. But the funny part, and it got smashed. It just got smashed. But the funny part is, one of the Republican congressmen, I think he's from Ohio, got up and spoke against this resolution. And he brought up Hezbollah, and he said to Tlaib, the people you like to hang out with. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
I personally thought it was funny. She lost her mind.
Oh, yeah?
Lost her mind, shouting around the hall, wanting it stricken from the record, making this big deal. Now, you've called the President of the United States literally a Nazi and a fascist.
Mm-hmm. But
And-
you can't take a little joke.
You
Yeah.
can't take it back a little bit.
No, that's how the people
But
are.
this is kind of how things are. You know, Fetterman spoke out against Plattner up in Maine, whose story's just getting worse
It's
and
getting
worse.
by the, yeah.
And the Democrats are doubling down each time. And Ro Khanna, it's so. I swear these people either forget they've ever been recorded, or they just don't care. But Ro Khanna from California, and it's always someone from California, made a comment. He's supporting Plattner, and who's having accusations against him from previous girlfriends of abuse and what have you. And he's basically saying, well, he's redeeming himself, he's apologizing, and all this. But then they show tape of him during the Kavanaugh hearings saying how women should be believed and we need to take their word on this, and like 180 degrees these people are turning.
Mm-hmm.
And now Plattner called Fetterman in an interview an asshole, because Fetterman said, I don't believe someone with a Nazi tattoo should be serving in the Senate. So I just find entertainment in all. I think it's embarrassing for the country, but
So do I.
Hypocritically, I find entertainment in it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you're doing okay, Dan. I'm glad that you're
Thanks.
feeling. You sound pretty good. And Rob, have a great time next weekend at your Poconos.
Yeah, I hope the weather's good. We'll see.
And we'll see you
Fingers
next week.
crossed.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.